Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we have Hack the Box Retro. I believe this is one of the machines that Hack the Box acquired when they partnered with, I think it was VulnLab or something like that, because it's definitely a machine that doesn't follow the traditional Hack the Box artwork. It was the first thing I noticed. So like it didn't follow the same kind of artwork. So I'm assuming it's one of those machines. Let's go ahead and go to the main screen here. This demo is for educational purposes only. Ethical hacking is legal and differs from illegal hacking. Always ensure you have legal permission before performing what you see in this demo. So as you can see, we have Retro already booted up. It is a Windows machine. It is an easy difficulty machine. And for those who don't know, these streams are black box for me, which means I have no knowledge. The only thing I know about this machine is that it's called Retro and it's a Windows machine. And that is all I know. And I know roughly what the difficulty is, which is easy, but sometimes these difficulties can be wrong. Sometimes easy is actually a very easy. Sometimes easy could be a medium. So we'll see what happens here. It looks like it might be more towards the easy side because you can see the ratings here. Not many people have voted in the orange, in the red, so that's interesting. What's up, Death of Stower? Did I stream last Tuesday? I did not, and I should have probably made a social media post about it, but I was traveling for work. I guess my OPSEC is like, I didn't want people to know that I was traveling for work because I don't like people knowing when I'm not home, so I just didn't say anything. So yeah, I was traveling for work last week and I wasn't home, and that's why there was no stream. So apologies for not letting you know, but that's what it was. No, I didn't stream last week. I think it's, yeah, I streamed the week before. I did. But thanks for stopping in, Death Bestower. How you been? You was at the last stream, I believe, which was not last week. So you didn't miss one. All right, let's go ahead and click right here to copy the IP address on our clipboard. And what we're going to do is we are going to do a port scan. I like to use RustScan because it's fast. Don't use RustScan on production networks. It is a little too fast, a little too aggressive. But for a CTF where it's not a production environment, it doesn't matter if it breaks because we can always revert it. I'll use RustScan. And the syntax here is RustScan-A. IP address -R stands for range. This is 1 through 65,535, which is every single port. RustScan is not built into Kali Linux by default. You do have to go to github.com/rustscan/rustscan to install that. It has instructions on install there. What's up, NeoFetch? Thanks for stopping in. How you doing today? By the way, guys, I cranked the music volume up a little bit, so if it's too loud, let me know. Why Rust over InMap? InMap's slower. RustScan is way faster. How do you say your name? It's Zavion Moore? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. How are you doing today? For you, the music's fine? Good. I thought it was a little too quiet because I go back and watch. I don't watch every moment of my streams just because that would take way too much time. Because these streams can get to like 4 or 5 hours sometimes. But I do go back and watch them and I assess how I'm doing. And then try to make sure the volume's right. And it seemed like the music was a little quiet to me. So I bumped it up a little bit. Xavion. Ah, Xavion. Not Zavion. I'm messing with you. Xavion. Thanks to the new info for a new tool to add your arsenal. Yeah, so I don't know if you heard me say it, but I definitely don't run Rust scan in a production environment. This isn't made for production environments. I wouldn't use Rust scan, and I haven't used Rust scan in a real world penetration test. This is a tool that I only use for CTFs just because in a CTF, I'm not trying to wait for scans all day. It's also for certification exams where time is of the essence. In the real world, you got a little bit more time to scan, and there's plenty of other tasks that you can be doing throughout the day, and you don't really the long scan isn't that big of an issue most of the time if you plan appropriately. So definitely use Nmap, and that's what we use in production environments. Yeah, that's correct. Death Bestower has a chance to break things at higher speeds. I have never broke a CTF or a lab machine or a certification exam machine with Rust scan, and I feel like lab machines are more vulnerable to break because they don't have as many resources, but at the same time, because it doesn't matter if they break, like the universe says, oh, they're not going to break as much because production, in the real world, like what can go wrong will go wrong, or what can't go wrong will go wrong. So it's best not to take the chance. But if you own the machine and you're willing and you're okay with it breaking, then go for it. And speaking of Rust scan speed, so sometimes it's so fast. Like this came back fast. For this many ports to come back in this amount of time, that's pretty quick. I like to run it again just to make sure it doesn't miss ports, because Rust scan can miss ports because it is going blazing fast. So I'll run it again one more time, and then I'll compare it with this list here. And then if it's the same, then we're good. If it's different, then I'll run it a third time. But for now, it looks like we got no web app stuff. So we got DNS here, we have Kerberos, we have MSRPC, NetBIOS, LDAP, SMB. I don't know what 464 is. Kpassword 5. I actually don't know what that is. So that's interesting. I have to look that up. 593. This is like an RPC thing, I guess. That's not really a well-known one either. Yeah, so these are, I would say, all the ones I have highlighted here are kind of like unknown ones to me. So we'll have to do some research on these if these ones don't bear fruit. So I'm going to be checking these ones first. First thing I'm going to check actually is SMB, because we know that's open. So while that's running, let's start checking our SMB stuff. I go to github.com/KaiserClark for my SMB notes. I do have a lot of notes that are not public that I refer to a lot, but I do have notes that are public, and feel free to grab these whenever you want, guys. But we go to repositories, and we go to hacking notes, and then we go through my EJPT notes. So I learned a lot of this SMB stuff through the EJPT. And if we go to enumeration, and then we go to SMB, all the SMB commands that you need are right here. I'm not going to use Nmap, although we can. I like to use SMB client the most. So we'll just try to use a null login here at first. So we'll do this, and then we're just going to delete this part here and then paste the IP address. So we'll come back over here to our dashboard, click to copy IP address in our dashboard, and we'll do that. Can we do a null login on this? And looks like we got some information back. We have notes, we have trainees. So these three right here, admin, $, and IPC, $, these are pretty standard, but these are not. net logon and sysfold. I think these are Windows functions. I know this is a Windows function, but net logon sounds like a Windows function. Note sounds like someone put here. Trainees, the same thing. So we're going to check all of these here and see if we can log into one of them. So to do that, once again, going back to my GitHub notes, we just need to copy this command underneath of here, and we just paste this command. And once again, we just got to take the IP address, copy this right here, paste this here, and then for the share, we just paste the share. So let's check notes first and see if we can log into that with the null logon. It looked like it worked, so if we do ls here, access denied. Let's do dir, access denied. Okay, let's do exit. So it looks like we don't have any access there. So let's do trainees. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Like, didn't mean to put that slash there. Let's try trainees here. See if we can log on to this. Do ls. All right, we got access. We can see a document called important.txt. So we can actually do get. I don't even want to type it because I'll probably typo it, even though it's easily to spell. Sometimes my fingers don't cooperate with the keys. So we'll just paste, we'll do get important.txt, and we should be able to just download that. All right, it says getting file. So I'm gonna actually open up a new tab here, and I'm just gonna do a cat important.txt and see what it says. Dear trainees, I know that some of you seem to struggle with remembering strong, unique passwords, so we decided to bundle every one of you up into one account. Huge security vulnerability, by the way. What's up, Paul? How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping in, dude. Stop bothering us, please. We don't have other stuff to do when resetting your password. We have other stuff to do than resetting your password every day. Regards, the admins. So this is a huge hint, I believe. So it looks like everyone's using the same password. So we decided to bundle every one of you up into one account. That is wild. Don't do that. If you're a sysadmin, do not do that. Oh, see the lazy admins. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to be a sysadmin and I used to deal with problems like this all the time. It is frustrating, but that's not the solution. What's up, Cypher? How's it going, man? Is it necessary to memorize commands? I usually copy and paste or use ChatGPT. Dude, I don't memorize hardly any commands. You just see me. Oh, I don't know if you came in here, but I pulled my GitHub notes to copy and paste SMP client like -L. So there's no point, in my opinion, to memorize this stuff. Like, I know I want to use SMB client. I know so in my mind, I know SMB client's what I want to use, but I don't know the flags exactly. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, it's a -L, but it's a dash capital, it's a dash lowercase l, and you know, for null logon, is it dash lowercase n, capital N? I don't know half the time. And this is why good note taking is important. And even if you don't have it in your notes, there's no problem with like ChatGPT, like, hey, what's the command for this? I mean, obviously you could do like SMB client -H and you can see the flags here, but in most tools you don't even you only use a couple of the flags. So that's why good note taking is important, because like I know like this is what I want to use 9 times out of 10, and that's why it's in my notes. So yeah, don't feel bad for not memorizing commands. I say the biggest thing you just need to memorize is like the tool name, SMB client. Like we know that, and you know we got the -H here, and then you can even go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, how do I do a null login on SMB share using SMB client? And then it would give you probably the same exact thing as one of these, or maybe something very similar. Okay, so we got this hint here. I'm actually just going to copy this right here, and I'm putting this in my notes just so I don't forget that. And that's a big hint. With that being said, that's the only thing in this share, so I'm going to exit this. And then I'm going to do up arrow key on the same command, but instead of going to the trainee share, I'm going to go to the net logon share to see if that does anything. See if I can get anything from that. We logged on, so LS here. Access denied. So I just exit this. And then I'm gonna copy sysvol here and see if we got access to that. I'm guessing probably not, but it's worth checking. Yeah, access denied. Okay. So the only thing we had access to out of all these shares, I guess we can check admin and see $. We might as well, right? We want to be thorough here. Typically speaking, is admin all caps? Does it even matter? It is all caps. Yeah, it doesn't even let me connect. Let's do the same thing, but C $ just to see. Probably not gonna work. Yep. And then the last one was IPC $. Probably not gonna work once again, but oh, it got us something here. Let's do LS. No such listing. No such file listing. Okay. What's up, Wi-Fi? How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so out of all the SMB shares, the only thing we had access to was trainees, and it gave us this note right here about shared logon. So that's a huge hint. We just need to find some credential somewhere. I don't know if that's a huge hint, but it's a little nudge. Let's go back to our Rust scan, port scan, and make sure that these are matching up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this, and then I'm going to copy this. It looks like it's a size difference to me. I'm putting this in my notes. Yeah, so that's definitely, the second one was way longer than the first one. So the second scan found a handful more ports open. So let's run this one more time. This is when I have a discrepancy like that between the first scan and the second scan. I like to run it a third time just to verify. Maybe I ran it too early and the machine wasn't fully booted up when I ran it. So maybe that's part of the reason why we're seeing that discrepancy. So we'll run this a third time, see what happens here. Trainees could be a username and then brute force a password for SMB access. That's a good point. Alright, so let's look at the port scan, see what else we can interact with. I mean, we have NetBIOS open. I mean, can we use a responder maybe? That'd be worth checking out. Let's try, let's just see what responder does. See if that get us anything. Typically not the way to go on a CTF, but I mean, it doesn't cost me anything to just listen. There are some hack the box machines that do, where you do need to do NetBIOS LMR poisoning, so it's worth checking out, even though it's typically not the way forward. Now in real world pen tests, it's like the first thing I do. And that's why I'm doing it, because I'm just used to doing it at this point. Enzo US followed over on Twitch. Thank you so much for following. Have you tried NXC? It's not ringing a bell, so no. I'm not sure what NXC is. Alright, let's see what other ports are open here. Some of these might be web ports. We got DNS open. Might be able to do a zone transfer potentially. It's probably run Active Directory since I see Kerberos open and RPC open. We can try some RPC testing here. Let me find my notes on RPC testing. I made a Twitch account last night as well. My friend said the rule was way more relaxed compared to YouTube. Yeah. YouTube's weird. Like some technical content they let go, some they don't. I'd say most of it they do let go. Like they're like, okay, yeah, that's allowed. And then once in a while it's like, for no particular reason, that technical video, there's an issue. I thought it was just a me issue, but then like you and other content creators were saying that they've had similar issues, and now I don't feel as targeted, but still a little upset that our community feels a little bit targeted, you know? By the way, if you guys haven't checked out OX3 Security's YouTube channel, definitely check it out. He makes solid content. He's in the chat right now, so you can just click his name and check out his channel. And he was on my podcast. Oh, he followed on Twitch. Nice! Thank you. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, and he was on my podcast, the Hackers Cash podcast. What episode was that, Paul? 32. 32. Why do I know that number? It was a very special episode. That's why. I think it was 32. Now I'm doubting myself. I'm pretty sure it was 32. Alright, so this is a third port scan we've done. Let's compare this to the first two and see if, you know, what do we got here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to manually do this. I'm actually going to use ChatGPT for this. So I think ChatGPT is a really good thing to do for this. So let's take these in-map scans and remove duplicates and give me all the open ports that are open in a comma separated list. Can't spell separated. This is the kind of stuff ChatGPT is good for. It's like, yeah, I could manually do this, but I was like, why would I manually do it when I have a tool here that will do it for me? And this is just going to spit back all the ports that are open in a comma separated list. Now, normally what I would do without ChatGPT, I would actually take this. I have a script that will do this for me. And I'll show you how it works. So if I do like a Python 3 dash, not dash m, Python 3, where's it located? Yeah, here we go. I would have to, okay. So what I would do is I copy the output here. And I would do like, let's do change directory, hack the box, make directory retro, change directory retro, and then I would do nano ports.txt, paste the ports in here, and then what I would do is I would do Python 3, and then I have a script called openports.py. It's on my GitHub, by the way. You're welcome to use it as much as you want. Openports.py, and then just the file name, so that's ports.txt, and this will take all this and give me everything in a comma separated list like this. The reason why I had ChatGPT do this for me is because I have 3 lists, and I don't know, there's a lot of ports here, and it's hard for me to just like quickly see which ports are different from list to list, and that's why I had ChatGPT do this. But if I would have had the same results each time, I would have just done my script. So ChatGPT removed a lot of the manual work. And if you're wondering why I want my output like this, you're about to find out. So I like to do nmap dash st for TCP scan dash a, which stands for all, which is dash combination of dash o dash sv and dash script, and then dash p is all the ports that we're scanning, and this is why I want this list, because it needs to be formatted like this. So I'll paste that string there, and then we need to do an IP address, and this is going to be a little bit more in depth of a port scan for each of the open ports. You don't want to do an in-depth port scan for all the ports because it'll take you all day, even on one machine. This is still a lot of ports here, so this is still going to take a long time, unfortunately. NXC is really dope tool. It's netexec, but used to be known as crackmap.exec. Oh, got you. I did know it changed from crackmap.exec to netexec. I didn't know NXC was shorthand for netexec. Okay, that makes sense. I still haven't used netexec. I'm still old-fashioned and using crackmap.exec just because that's the way I learned it, and that's what all my notes say. It just says crackmap.exec. So maybe I need to update it. I'm that kind of person, like I'm not afraid to change, but then I don't like to change for no reason at the same time. You know what I mean? So like if crackmap.exec like stopped working, then I'm like, all right, we'll use netexec. All right, this scan is gonna take atrociously long, so hopefully it finishes before the stream is up. I'm not getting anything on responder, so I feel like this isn't an avenue, so I'm not gonna sit here and listen for events anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear that. What else can we do? Man, without knowing like what's on these ports, it's really hard for me to like figure out. Oh, is this already done? No way. That's crazy. I did not expect it to go by that fast. Okay, we got a lot of information here. Let's see. So the DC is dc.retro.vl. Enzo US says, hey, I'm just starting cybersecurity and my objective is to get into a SOC analyst role. I saw you're a pentester, but I'd like to ask you if you can recommend me any guide/forums or YouTube videos to continue my study. Yeah, man, this is definitely a biased suggestion, but my YouTube channel has all my recommendations. I'm Blaze TV. Thanks for following on Twitch. I appreciate you. And welcome to the chat. Glad to see you in the chat, Blaze. Pre-gaming for my BS and WGU. Nice. But yeah, so go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KyserClark. I believe if you're on Twitch, there's a link on the Twitch. You can get that link. And I have tons of information for you. And those would be my top recommendations. Like, I really put a lot of time in those videos, and I really put the best information out I possibly can. What I will say is, you know, what I recommend isn't the only way to do things. Okay, that's what I would do if I was in your shoes. But you know, my way of doing things is a little bit different than other people's ways. So keep that in mind. It's not the only way. It is one of infinite ways for breaking in the field and leveling up. Everyone's got a different recommendation, so it's important for you to like build your own path, right? It's okay to like go to me or like some other content creators and see their paths that they put forward, but you definitely should make your own path. And yeah, but definitely check it out. I have one specifically for SOC analysts, and I would start there. You're welcome, Enzo. Mimosa Daddy, welcome to the stream. I'm not even in cybersecurity SE, but I have always found cybersecurity really cool. It helps to see where I could potentially have holes in my code base. Good content. Oh, that's what SE stands for. Software engineer. Got it. I was like, well, I saw SE in parentheses. I was like, what does that mean? But yeah, nice. I mean, that's important though. I mean, I feel like a lot of software engineers aren't. I mean, we talked about this on my podcast with John Canellis. I think that was episode 49? 49? Was it 49? I think it was 49. With John Canellis, he used to be a software engineer. He's now an AppSec professional. And basically, his point was, yeah, they don't talk about security enough, software engineers. So the fact that you are looking into cybersecurity and you find it interesting and really cool, that's really great, because we need more secure coders out there. Alright, so right now I'm just trying to figure out what is the most interesting thing to attack right now. So the target name is retro. We kind of already knew that. Domain name is retro.vl. DNS tree name. There's a lot of vibe coders out there now writing on secure code. Yeah, exactly. 100%. And that's one of the things we talked about in that podcast on the Hacker's Cache with John Canellis on episode number 49. That was only a few weeks ago. RDP being open is interesting to me, but we need some creds first. So I think maybe enumerate RPC usernames is the way to go from here. And once I get a username, we can potentially brute force valid username. So I have a command in my notes. that I need to find real quick. This might take me a minute. This is my private notes. Unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to see what I am about to dive into, but just trust. I'm going to be pulling out some pretty cool commands here in a sec. I don't know if it's cool commands. They're commands, nonetheless. Let's see here. RPC. RPC. Where's that? Where's RPC? Here we go. Alright, so if we do... Oh no, I need valid credentials. Dump usernames with RPC. I don't have credentials. Oh, I need... Have you tried brute forcing usernames or RID since the RPC ports are open? Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I guess my notes are a little lacking in this department, but I know where we can get the commands we need. I think we just do like RPC pentesting. Should take us like, yeah. The hack visor. Did Hacktrix change this? This used to be Hacktrix, right? Or am I tripping? They got a certification. Interesting. So we need to identify exposed services. I could have sworn there was a way to dump usernames, or maybe I need a val username to dump usernames. I do have that in my notes. Like I have dump usernames on RPC, but I need to have a username and password that's valid to get that information. Let's run this command. We need our target IP address. Might go to our dashboard, click the copy, and paste this. Alright, we connected. Now we can do like LSA enum SID. There, that's the command we need. Access denied. Very unfortunate. Let's see if we can do this. Denied. Okay. Can we do server info? Command not found. Server info. Okay, that's a bad note. We can use mmap here. We can see if we can enumerate more. So if we do exit, does that work? Yeah, okay, good. We'll do this, and then we'll do our target IP address. See what happens here. That's all it does? I feel like it's not even running a script. It's just running like a port scan on just those two ports. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting some RPC info. Or maybe it ran it. Maybe we just don't have access. That's probably what it is. We probably don't have access. I guess the last thing for enumeration here that we can try from, at least from this website, is select here. We can try this one. So I guess RPC dump is not installed on Kali Linux by default. Okay. So we'll just run this command. It should ask us. I thought it was going to ask us to install. So we do like app install. RPC dump. Apt update. We'll update the repo and see if it. An error occurred during the signature verification. The repository is not updated. This is an error that. Okay. I had this problem a while back. I gotta find a blog that has the right command for this. App install not working Kali. There was like a blog post about this from Kali Linux. This might be it. No. Man. I don't feel like fixing it right now. I think it's... Man, it's on my work computer. I know it's on my work computer, but I'm not on my work computer, obviously. I'm on my personal computer. What's up, M&J? Gilanders. Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. I'm still battling with Skylark. You know, that's actually not too bad. You're in a pretty good spot because I passed OCP on my first try. Your boy did not do Skylark at all. So if you did the other ones, if you did the ones before Skylark, then you're doing okay. Then again, to be fair, I did do... So when I was going through OSCP, I had the old labs at first, and then it migrated to the new lab. So I did like 20 machines in the old lab. So I guess I would have done Skylark if I wasn't going through that transition. But yeah, I mean, those OSCP labs are rough, man. I feel you. Especially Skylark, which is harder than the ones with... I forget the other names. Oh gosh. Yeah, I forget them. Okay, let's man, I don't know. Maybe you had not updated Kali since they lost their keys. Probably. I think it's what it is. I know there's an update for it, but like I said, I forget where they came. There's a blog post for it, but I don't have the link handy. I was hoping that if I just did that quick Google search, it would find it real quick, but it just didn't pop up. Well, we can run a vulnerability scanner and just see what pops. We'll run Nessus here. And we go to, what's Nessus's port? $8834. What's up, Red Cyber Noah? Thanks for stopping in. How you doing today? What's up, Julio? What did I put for my username for this? Is it Kyser Clark? There we go. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and start a new scan. It's always worth doing. I mean, more knowledge the better. Obviously, if you're using an OSCP prep, you probably wouldn't do a Nessus scan. So you want to practice finding vulnerabilities without it, but your boy already has OSCP, and I like to use every tool I have available to me from now on. How could I do a podcast with you on your channel? That's a good question. Most people don't ask me to jump on the show. I usually reach out to them first. So only I think one person, it was infosec Pack, asked me to be on the podcast. But yeah, I mean, if you want to do a podcast, then I'm down. I just have some pretty hard requirements. And if you meet them, then great. So here's the requirements. You have to be working full-time in any cybersecurity role, preferably pentester, redteamer, some kind of offensive security role. If you work in a defense security role or some other cybersecurity role, you have to either used to be an offensive security role in the past, or if you have an offensive security certification, such as one of the mid-tier ones, not one of the junior ones, like OSCP, CPTS, PMPT, or higher. You do it with infosec Pack? Nice. I'll have to watch it. But Red Cyber, no, like I said, I don't. I'll be honest with you, I don't know all your background. So if you meet those requirements, then for sure would love to have you on the show. Because I'm always looking for people. I think that's one of the hardest parts about the podcast is finding people who are qualified. But then again, I don't. I usually stick with LinkedIn. Is usually what I use. So if we're not connected with LinkedIn, that's probably why I haven't found you yet. You're a front end developer. What's up, Amen? It's stopping in. You work for a software company? Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, right now the show, I'm not bringing in software developers right now. In the future, I do want to bring in more non-offense security professionals. I sent you a request on LinkedIn. Nice, that makes sense. I send a lot of requests on LinkedIn. But yeah, in the future, I'm definitely gonna get away from like the only offense security professional requirement. But for now, that is the requirement. But over time, as I'm running out of offense security professionals to interview, I'm gonna start bringing in some defense security professionals and cybersecurity professionals, and then later on some general tech roles such as software developer, network engineers, system admin, sub desk people, stuff like that. All right, we're gonna run Nessus. So to run Nessus, we just want to do like a basic network scan, and we're gonna call this retro. And for the target, we just need to paste our IP address. Paste that, and then what we want to do is we want to go to discovery. And we want to do a custom. Then we'll go to port scanning. And in the port range, we just want to copy what we had earlier. So all these ports right here, we don't want to scan ports that we know that are closed. So we're just going to paste this as the range. And then we are going to consider unscanned ports as closed. And we're just going to hit save. And that's all the configuration I want to do with that. And then to run this, where's the button to run? Did my free trial expire? I think my free trial expired. Oh my gosh. I don't think I can run it. The button to run isn't there. Yeah, I think my free trial expired. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is. We didn't need it anyways. So if I was in LLCP without Nessus, this is what I would do. Doesn't work nowhere near as good, but it's a port scanner, kind of. It's an nmap. So we're just gonna actually gonna do the same command that we did earlier, but we're gonna tack on a -- script space vuln. This is like a very basic port scanner. It's not as good as Nessus, but it will highlight some interesting things for us. I'm looking for a SOC analyst role. You know anybody that's currently hiring? I do not, unfortunately. I'm at WGU right now. I'm almost done with my bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. Nice, nice. What's up, Stun? Is it Stun One? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. By the way, if you guys see me talking to someone that you don't see in the chat, that's because I stream on 4 platforms at once. I'm on LinkedIn, YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. So right now everybody's in YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, if you see me talking to someone that you don't see in your chat, that's why. Because I'm streaming on multiple platforms at once. I would put the chat on the screen so you guys can see, but Twitch has a very weird policy that says you're allowed to. So it used to be you're not allowed to multi-stream if you're going to stream on Twitch, but then they laxed it and they're like, okay, you can multi-stream, but you can't put the other stream's chat on your screen. So weird, such a weird rule. My first time here on your channel. Nice. Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for being here. I remember my first time on a stream. Actually, I actually don't remember the first time I streamed cybersecurity content. Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't remember my first Twitch stream for cybersecurity content. I remember my first ever Twitch stream I've ever done, which was gaming related, back on my gaming channel. Yo, what up, Agent 57? What's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. This scan's gonna take a long time, guys. Let's see what we can do here. Let's go back to our port scan. Just going off of what? Have you put yourself on infosecstreams.com yet? No, I didn't know that was a thing. What is infosecstreams.com? Is that a phishing link right now? Are you trying to get me right now? Since it's CTF, I bet you the money that trainee is probably a username for the share. It might be. I was actually thinking about doing that. Is my MF scan already done? It didn't even do the dash script vuln. Why didn't it do the dash script vuln? Maybe I need to put it over here. Does it work? I feel like order doesn't matter, but maybe it does. Dash script vuln. Try that again. Oh, well, I messed it up. Because you got to put it before the dash P, not after the dash P. So we'll do the dash P here, and then delete the dash P here. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try that. We're gonna do Hydra. YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. Please do not shut my stream down and ban my account. Yeah, let's try Hydra, trainee, Try trainee password or trainee. Let's try like SMB, see if that works. Can I connect to the target? Oh, I gotta give it the right IP address. Duh. You get the right IP address, dude. Wrong IP? Yeah. Silly me. In the meantime, invalid reply. It won't. Okay. That's weird. Let's try this. We'll just try manually, like you said there. Authenticated login. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna paste this. We'll try username TRAINEE. Is that how you spell training? For the share, try the notes share. And then for the IP address, put our IP address. See if we can log into the notes share. Password for trainee. TRAINEE. Did that work? Brother, that worked? Are you kidding me right now? How? How did that work? Why did that work? That's like way too easy. Okay. Let's do get to do.txt and get user.txt. He said I knew it. I feel like I get mad when it's that easy, you know? I'm like, man. All right, let's this is why CTFs aren't really real. That's 100% facts. And the more, so I've been a pentester for a year now, guys. It does not come that easy. Let me tell you what. And that, like, I don't even really think about trying easy stuff anymore because I'm just like so used to like being in the real world that like, don't get me wrong, I tried some easy stuff, but like it doesn't work. So then when I get in a CTF, I'm like, there's no way. And it is. That's funny. We're gonna do a move user.txt to hack the box retro, and we're gonna move to do.txt to the same directory, and we're gonna do cat. Yeah, we just do cat hack the box retro slash user.txt. Is that really the flag, brother? We didn't even get on the box. This because this used to not be a hack the box machine, so the flag difficulty for that, brother, that was a piece of cake. All right, so let's do cat to do.txt. Thomas, after convincing the finance department to get rid of their ancient banking software, it is finally time to clean up that mess they made. We should start with the pre-created computer account. That one is older than me. Best, James. So we got 2 usernames potentially. Their banking software. Banking software. It seems like something we can do to exploit. So let's try this. We should be able to just log on to the machine at this point. with the trainee. We might be able to. Let's see if we can. Let me find a command here in my notes. We gotta go. This should give us some access here. So we need to put the username here. So which was that? Trainee. And the password was also trainee. IP address is this. And then the domain was like retro 1L or something like that. Let's scroll up here so you can find it. The domain was retro VL. There it is. We'll copy that. And for the domain section here, I was just requesting shares. Oh, I guess they gotta be writable. Okay, so that ain't gonna work. Let's look at this port list one more time. We should, I could probably, let's try to do RDP login here. See if that works. Make a new tab here. I kind of wanted a regular shell, but RDP will probably work. Or not RDP. Yeah, RDP. As soon as I find my command here. I have a weird command for X-free RDP. Like I have to use like this to like size the screen because I have a 4K monitor, and if you like log in on RDP, like you can't even read anything. It's so small. So like it took me a long time to figure this out. But if you have a 4K monitor, you definitely want to add the /W 19. You're basically forcing it to go 1920 by 1080p, and then the /smart sizing allows you to adjust it more easily. Otherwise, back when I was on a 1080p monitor, like this command worked just fine without this section here. Just FYI, guys. So the password is trainee. The username was trainee. And then the IP address. See if that works. We will trust the certificate. See if we can get on the box here. Bang, it failed. All right. Let's try this. Let's tack on this. So we'll do the same thing, and then we'll tack on this command here, the TLS at sec level 0. That might help. I don't know if it will or not. I didn't read there that much. Okay, didn't work. Okay, I have a question. Rural Active Directory environments. ADCS attacks works. It's hit or miss. They can. I would say more times than not today in the modern day they don't work because it's pretty well known at this point. So if a client is security conscious, which 9 times out of 10 they are, because that's why they're getting a pen test, it usually doesn't work, but it does happen. It does work every now and again. Which type of attacks works? I would say the most common one I see is like net bias poisoning and stealing hashes. NTL and V2 hashes and then cracking them and getting, if you crack them, I get a lot of hashes that I'm not able to crack because they're using secure passwords, which is a good thing for them. But we have cracked a few in the past. What type of what C2 is your favorite? I don't really use a lot of C2s. I'm really just Metasploit. I feel like C2 is more like a red teamer thing. I'm not a red teamer right now. Thanks, Agent 57. I will look into that. Appreciate you making me aware of that. I also use Bloodhound to discover more password. Yeah, I feel like this. I mean, maybe if I was stuck, I feel like Bloodhound for me is like something if I'm stuck. I'm not really stuck right now. I'm just trying to get on the box. Once I pop a shell, I feel like it's gonna be a basic Windows Privesk that I'm gonna be able to try here in a moment. And you know what you're talking about, so you can help the news in the community. Dude, that's what I like. That's my favorite thing to do. I appreciate the comment. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Yes. Sometimes I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And you see me struggling in the stream, I'm like, man, what am I doing? Okay. We're trying to pop a shell. We have creds. We know it's training for the creds. RDP wasn't working. I thought I have some more notes here. Let me see if there's plenty of ways to pop shells, guys. Or to log into a shell. Let's see if I can find it here. I don't think when you believe C2s are banned from Hack the Box live boxes? Newer / seasonal. I know Cobalt Strike is. That makes a lot of sense, actually, that they would be banned. I didn't know that, but that's a good point. You brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because I did not know that. But that makes a lot of sense. This is a retired machine, though. I don't know if it still applies to retired machines, but what if it was accidentally not a retired machine and then they banned me from Hacking the Box for streaming? I feel like my worst nightmare. I'm like, oh, I accidentally launched the live machine. I feel like it's something I'm gonna do one of these days. Like I'm just gonna like nonchalantly launch an active machine. What part is WinRS? WinRS port. 5985. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think it's open. If it is, then we can do like WinRM. Yeah, that's not open. Looking here, that's not open. Yeah, PS exec's not gonna work because Stun One, thanks for following on Twitch. I appreciate you. Which prompt did I use for what? Oh, for this? Oh, I was just looking at the port list. I could have easily just done it over here. This is the prompt. I just told it to give me all the, like, consolidate these three outputs and put it in a single comma separated list, and it gave me this. I guess I'm just trying to figure out how to get on the box. I have creds, but I don't really know how to get on the box. Because Crackmac execs or PS execs ain't gonna work because the shares aren't writable. If the shares are writable, then I would be able to pop a shell that way. WinRM isn't working because it's not open. RDP's not working because it's just not working. I don't know why it's not. Probably because my user's not in the... I guess I could try to do secretdumps.py, see if we can get some hashes maybe. And maybe get a different user. So the domain is retro.vl. The user is trainee. And the password is trainee. Death Bestower, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. See you next time. And have a good night. And then we need to pass the IP address, I mean. This will, if this works, then we will get some hashes and then potentially crack them and get a different user account, and then maybe they are in the RDP, the remote login group, and then we can like RDP into the box. Access denied. Old banking software creds. Yeah, but like, how do I view that old banking software? I feel like I had to get on the box to see the software. with the pre-created computer account. The pre-created computer account. This one's older than me. What's the name of the pre-created? What's the name of the pre-created computer account that's old, really old? Thanks for the shout out, Death Bestower. This is around when I get stuck and they won't let you out of the house for the rest of the week. What? Someone's forcing you to do CTFs until you pass them in order to get out of the house? That's wild. Oh, the banking share? I don't see a banking share though. Oh, the banking. Oh, you're saying that's the computer account. It's what ancient wrong. That's funny. What can I do? Like brute force the. How can I spell my name wrong? They spelled ancient wrong, not Agent 47 wrong. Sorry, 57. I didn't even say your name right. It's 57, not 47. Oops. Can I do like a Hydra dash L? Just do this. We'll do like RDP. And then we'll do like banking $, and then grab our IP address. I feel like the only way for me to get on the box is through RDP. I mean, unless I exploit some software, but I don't see any vulnerable software like on the external of the machine. I guess we'll try our brute force like the banking. Like, how do I? You know what I can do is we can enumerate users now that we have valid credit. So let's try that. Let's see here. Go F on my notes, and I can search for RPC. So we'll do in packet lookup SID. This will dump usernames, and we'll see what kind of usernames are on the machine. If there's another user, I feel like there's gotta be another user that has like RDP access. I feel like it's the only way I can log in. Quick tip, I save all my hack the box passwords since they reuse them. Sometimes you can just brute force your way in. Nice, that makes sense. Yeah, there it is. There's the banking account, retro banking. There's a lot of accounts on here. J Burley, T Black. We got a help desk. This banking is definitely ideal because it's part of the hint that they dropped. So the fact that we're, but would it have RDP access? That'd be kind of wild if it did. All right, well that's good information. We got some usernames now. That's a good tip. Saving all your, I didn't realize hack the box or reuse passwords. I mean that makes a lot of sense. But I feel like, yeah, I mean, it's nice to have it. Almost all of them are in rock you if it's intended to be brute force, I guess. Where's my... Service accounts typically don't have RDP access, but then again, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, then again, who knows? It's CTF. It's worth trying, but we need to figure out how to exploit that in some way. I'm just trying to get on the box with any account. Oops. Did I accidentally hit the X on my Hydra session? Dang it. I think it's, is it how do you use Hydra? Is it -R like Hydra.restore? How do you restore a session on Hydra? Or to start over. If they expect you to guess or brute force password, it's not hard. It's, if that's not how they want you doing it, I find brute forcing never work. That's true. So this is definitely a big hint here. But even if I had a valid hash though, like I still don't know how I would get on the box. I guess that's my number one issue, because I don't, like, WinRM's not open, the SMB shares aren't writable. I don't know any other way of like actually using credentials to get a shell, or RDP's open. That's why I feel like I gotta find a someone with RDP access. It's like the only way to get on the box from what I'm seeing. We can try Kerberosting here. I think that's worth trying right now. So we just need the DC IP address. Paste this into here. Password is trainee. The user is trainee. And the domain is retro. What was it? .vl. See if we can get some hashes and then no entries found. Cool. Try something similar to the trainee creds. See Wi-Fi, thanks for stopping in. Take care. Catch you at DEF CON. Still wouldn't mind meeting you if you're up to it. Yeah, I'm open to it, man. For sure. I'll be there. I will be at DEF CON. It's going to be my first DEF CON. I'm a total noob DEF CON. But I'm going to be there, and I'm excited for it. What's up, GST Killer? How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, let's try banking as the password. X free. Where's my X free RDP? Did I? Let's try. Did I put these in my notes already? I did. Okay, cool. I still feel like RDP is the only way to get in. Because I don't see any way else. Yeah, unless there's some vulnerable application that I'm just not seeing, but... Sort of like banking, maybe? I don't know. See if that works. Oh, I gotta put in the right IP address, obviously. I'm bad at that. No, I did put the right IP address. Self-signed certificate. What's up, Clay Hacks? How's it going, man? Yeah, when I give it proper creds, I'm getting different errors than if I don't have proper creds. Reporting still barf. You talking about like writing reports for like engagements and stuff? Man, I don't know. Trying to executive subject terror could be a misconfig. What's up, Al? I'm in. Thanks for stopping in. How you doing today? Group cert misconfig, etc. I don't know what you mean by subject terror. Yeah, this is Retro from VulnLab. Yeah, I don't know if Hack the Box bought out VulnLab or if they just partnered up, but yeah, this is one of those machines. It's not a Hack the Box machine. I never used VulnLab actually before, so that's why it's the first time I've ever done this one. Diving into pre-created computer accounts. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm looking at here. The link that Clayhacks put in. Oh, okay. When I copy the URL from the restream chat, it gives me the restream chat. That's crazy. Diving into pre-created computer accounts. So basically you can spray username as passbook for machine accounts. So I can change the password by changing this. Okay, let's try that then. The default realm, is that like the domain? Well, we know the realm or the domain is retro.vl. KDC is retro.vl. Server admin server retro.vl. Let's go back to our nmap results here. Let's see, what is the, is it just DC in front of that? I gotta figure out the DC computer name. Well, I guess it's just retro. I don't know. It's not necessary to modify the char B5 comp file as you're not relying on Kurosoft. Oh. Interesting. Well, I just put this here anyway, DC01. I mean, I don't know if that's the name of the DC, but we'll save that file. I guess what I don't understand is, how does it know what IP address? When I do kpassword, how does it know what IP address pre-2000 computer is? That's what I don't understand. I thought there's other ways to change the password. And then either 6 different ways to change the password. I guess I immediately went there just because that was like the only terminal output I saw. I mean, I still don't. They say, hey, you can use these tools, but it's like, what are the commands to use these tools, you know? I mean, I can Google them, but it would have been nice to. I don't know how you can change the net user while I'm not on the box. That's what I don't understand. I'm not on the box. Didn't packet change password? Dude, I didn't even know that was a tool. I ain't even gonna lie. What's up, Richie Rose? Nice to see you back. Man, I was only gone for 1 week, but I'm glad to be back. So we got... Okay, so we just gotta do this. What's up, Ionic Basher? Thanks for stopping in. Apparently, NetExec can also change passwords now too. Nice. Authenticate with the pre-2K machine account, cred, and pass arguments alt user. Yeah, but how do I authenticate with the pre-2K machine account creds when I don't know the creds? I guess I'm confused on this whole thing. I'm not. I've never seen this vulnerability before. Password is the same as the username? I thought I tried that. Alright, I need the IP address here. Hopefully that's the right command. Current password. New password. Reset new password. Errors. Brother. I don't understand. Try without the S or the $sign. Like the user and the password, or just one or the other? Password. Oh, now it's asking for new password. Oh, nice, it worked. Access denied. It looked like it was going to work. It said changing the password, connecting to PC, RPC as retro banking. Huh. Maybe if I put the $sign there. Oh, that authentication failure. Wrong credentials, question mark? Oh, maybe I did change the password. Let's see if that works. Maybe the password did work. Now I'm confused. Did I change the password? Yeah, but now that, I mean, but how do I log into the account though? I'm just confused. Like, if I know the password, why do I need to change the password? That's what I don't understand. If I know the password, why do I need to change it? He's got a mode for assist here. What does the error code receive when authenticating his banking machine account with the default password? Try search for default passwords or use SMB client or netexec to authenticate with SMB servers. That's what I tried to do with the trainee account, but it didn't work. Like, when I know my what's the syntax for netexec? These help menus are like half the time. What is the syntax to log in with netexec on Kali Linux? I think it's banking all caps. Is this the answer to that question? What is the error code return? Try to search for default credentials of pre-created Windows 2000 machine accounts in Active Directory. Use SB client or NetExec to authenticate to SMB service. That's what I just did. What is that? Maybe it's just this part. Okay then. Maybe did I change the password? Might have changed the password to password. I didn't get a login failure. I got nothing. I got nothing back. Is it banking all lowercase? I feel like banking all caps is the password if I got login failure here, but I didn't get it on these two. Yeah, I have no idea. Try all lowercase? Well, I did, but it still didn't give me anything. That's what I'm... Oh, now it's doing it. Okay. Why did it work here, but not here? That's frustrating. So is this what it's looking for? Is this the error code? I feel like this still isn't the error code that it's looking for. Yeah. Status no login workstation trust account. It gives me a different error every time, bro. What is this machine? Every time I do this command, it gives me a different output. It's the same exact thing every time. And that gives me nothing there. Well, it's wanting this answer here. It's like 2 characters underscore something underscore something underscore something underscore, which it kind of looks like this, but I don't see one with like 2 characters at first. So maybe it's like The only thing I can think of is maybe if I did this error here and then just put an underscore in between no and logon, and that might be it. No. Fantastic. Oh, no, did that work? No, that didn't work. What about SMB client not an exec? I guess I can try SMB client as well. Which is, we could try this here. See what happens here. Password for banking. Banking. Oh, here we go. NT status no logon. There we go. That's gotta be it. Wrong tool. Alright, either way. What is the name of the certificate authority? Common name that issued certificates in Active Directory certificates service environment. This is a great TrustedSec blog post. Talks about how to use an account throwing the error. Is this the one we're looking at already? Yeah. About how to use an account throwing the error from the previous question. Once that's overcome, enumerate Active Directory certificates using Certify. Bro, I don't even remember seeing Certify in this entire blog post. I searched for Certify, there's nothing about Certify. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we got this error, so this is the error we got. So we gotta change the password, but like, why do we gotta change the password? That's what I don't understand. What is the name of the certificate authority common name that issues certificates in the Active Directory certificate service environment? Man, I don't know. It's gotta be in here somewhere, I guess. Is it the same no matter what? Like, can I just like Google this question? And by Google, I mean ChatGPT. Hostname. How to check. How can I check this from my Kali Linux terminal? Maybe with Certify. Scrub that command. I don't even have Certify installed. Is that even a... There we go. Get ChatGPT this error here and see what it gives me back. Oh, did I forget to give it to... Oh no, I didn't ask for... I don't have certified... Is that a tool to certify AD? Oh geez, are you using AI? Yeah. Do I own my own cybersecurity firm? No, I work for one. Angel God Apollon? Thanks for stopping in. Can I do this same command with just certify? I can't install certify AD apparently. Banking. Password. Banking. Certify AD. Yeah, it won't let me install it though. Oops. Apt get update. See, it won't let me update it. So X files. No public key. Yeah, this is an error. There's a blog post to fix this here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. For some reason, Kali Linux doesn't have it easily findable. Let's see if this works. That worked. This is why AI is better than Google, bro. Like when I Googled that question, couldn't find it. Not easily, anyways. I mean, maybe if I would have went to like page 2, and then AI is like, yeah, here you go. Google is dying. It's almost dead to me. See if we can install that now. There we go. It's only situations like this that cause me to spend hours solving boxes. Bro, it takes me hours to solve every box. Like, very rarely do I get a box quick. I mean, like, the old hack-the-box machines, those are, like, stupid easy. But the more modern ones are a little harder for me. Just because they constantly introduce new types of vulnerabilities that I'm just not familiar with. Like, I've never done anything with like a pre-Windows 2000 computer account ever, because oh my gosh, subprocess. What is this? Did it get installed? Of course it doesn't work. Let's try it again, I guess. I don't know. My cat needs some attention, so let me pet him real quick. What you doing, bud? Push the exe goal? Bro, I don't even know what that is. Is that what's that do? Does it need to lay some more eggs? What? My cat? I don't think cats lay eggs. This one definitely doesn't. Okay. What was that other command I needed to run? This one. Can I run the command now? Perfect. Cool. Alright. Got that out of the way. Now. Alright, cool. Go away. So we want to do this. Certify find-u banking domain. That's something domain. Domain is retro dot. What was it again? VL. Let's try that. Okay. Unrecognized arguments. Domain retro VL. All right. All right. That's cool. See if that works. Yeah. Read my message above. What message? Did I miss it? Invalid username. So you're saying you're gonna need to read my message above. Gotta find them. Gotta change the password. Yeah, but I tried changing the password. It didn't work with for one. And for two, it doesn't, like, with the guideline didn't say that. I mean, obviously the guideline doesn't tell you everything, but let's see here. Set this in again. Oh no, I'm with this in. Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, but that so. That still doesn't change the fact that I don't know how to change the password. Because I tried changing the password and it didn't work. Man, I am being extra lazy today. I'm just going to paste this entire blog article and I'm going to ask ChatGPT, how do I change password for banking account? Yeah, but this doesn't make any sense to me. I'll try that, but I don't. How does it know where to connect to? Because there's no IP address. And then I run this. I don't have kpassword installed. App get install kpassword. Unable to locate package. App install kpassword. Okay. I guess there's another option here. Let's try something else. See if that works. Old password. Banking. New password. Password. Retype new password. Password. Bad signature. Access denied. Alrighty. Alright, see you, Clay Hacks. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good dinner, and thanks for the help. Thanks for the hints. Take it easy, man. I can change. This is just the whole impact. I don't need the whole impact yet. We already have impact yet. So can I just like impact it dash what's it tell me to use? RPC change password. So if I tried like RPC, there's no RPC change password. I guess impact it change password. Let's try this again. This didn't work. New password. Maybe I need a more complicated. Oh gosh. What just happened? Oh, KRB5 user. That's what I need to install. Got it. Oh gosh. Can I go back? Administrative server for. Oh gosh. I got a password for banking. Enter new password. Password changed. That seems like a step in the right direction. So now what can I do? With certify? I still don't understand how that worked. I feel like it didn't work. Because how does it know where my IP address is? I feel like I didn't set it up. Or maybe... Do I have that? Oh, I do have the IP address in here. Okay. Well, I don't know, man. My new password is literally just password. I don't know why it gave me your password. Your new password. Bro, I'm just confused. It gets more annoying as I go. Did it just impact it? Get TG. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure what was I supposed to do. What is the name of the certificate authority? Common name. That's all I need. I just need to get the certificate. I just need to get the certificate, man. I don't like this machine. I don't like this machine at all. User was incredibly easy, but man, getting root is just something else. I can't even get on the box. This is pretty wild to me. Go look up SID. This box is driving me bonkers. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's telling me, oh. Try to retry certify. Still fails. Oh, there we go. It said resolution failed, but it's giving me some successes and finding stuff, and it's failing in some other areas, so well, I don't know. So you think within the next 5 years, hardware digital authenticators will become the standard? Sorry I missed your message. It wasn't on my restream chat, so apologies. I don't know how long that message was sitting there. It says 11 seconds, but I feel like that's incorrect. Let's see. Let me refresh here. That's 45 minutes ago. Hopefully you're still watching, Jalen. Thanks for stopping in. I missed your message. I apologize for that. I don't think that's going to become a thing in the next 5 years. I mean, it would be cool if it was, honestly. But, I mean, the digital authenticators on the apps are working pretty well. Does it say retro DC? Yeah, retro DCCA. Alright, that's the answer. Gosh, what a pain. What a pain. Retro has the ADCS template that is vulnerable to the vulnerability, which can be used to exploit certificate enrollment by requesting certificates impersonating other users. What is the specific escape pseudo name of this vulnerability? Certified Wiki has really nice. Man, I don't know. I'm checked out, guys. Oops, I did not mean to do that. ESC1? What's up, Cyber Nerd Dante? Thanks for stopping in. How you doing today? Yeah, but I don't. How would I use this to pop a shell on the machine? nano/etsy hosts. Run that again, maybe? Thanks for streaming. I saw you talk on infosec patch channel. Oh, nice. Thanks for hopping on the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed my talk on infosec patch channel. I imagine you did if you came to my channel. I did on my channel. I did an interview with him as well on my podcast, The Hacker's Cache. His episode is episode. Is it 26? Man, I don't know. I think it was. Let me look here. InfoSec Pat's episode on my podcast is episode. No, it's not 26. It's 29. Episode 29. InfoSec Pat's journey from network engineer to cyber mentor. Huh. ChatGPT, it gets a lot of things wrong, but it figures it out eventually with enough. Oh man, I missed it. I have to go watch yours on your channel. I do a lot of bug bounty, so I like watching you guys sometimes. It's nice to see more creators showing this work. Yeah. When YouTube allows it. I recently got one of my videos taken down for Wi-Fi hacking. Man, what a headache. But it's just, I guess other people have faced similar issues in the cybersecurity content creation, which is most unfortunate, but it doesn't seem like YouTube targets any particular creator. It's just like every creator like randomly gets a YouTube video taken down every now and again. Infosec Pack actually told me that he's had similar issues himself, so I ain't sweating it. He said once he hit 100k subscribers, he said he gets a lot less, which is kind of crazy to me, because YouTube is you know, they say they claim to be pro small channel, and I believe them, because I mean, my channel's constantly growing, and all I do is, as long as I keep posting the best content I possibly can, it grows. So I know YouTube is serving my content to new audience members. I mean, yeah, because the channel wouldn't be growing otherwise. So I do believe YouTube does support small content creators. So, but it's kind of weird how like Infosec Pack actually mentioned, he's like, yeah, once I had 100k followers, like I haven't had anything taken down. I was like, all right, we gotta get to 100,000, I guess. Yeah, I imagine even the huge guys like David Baum will get videos taken down sometimes. Why has Tech Tips had one taken down like for the first time in his YouTube career? Like, I feel like it was like last year sometime, which to me is wild. I'm like, bro, what? How did you go this long without getting a warning or a strike? Bro, I am so over this. I'm about to just look at the write-up and cheat and get off of here. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I have no idea what's going on at the moment. ChatGPT's kind of carrying me right now. This is the most frustrating thing, man. I don't like this box. I feel like I already have this in there. Oh, I guess I don't. Alright, ChatGPT's got one more error, and then I'm just gonna look at the write up. This is its last try. It's giving me like 20 errors in a row now. Did you add the key size? I don't think so. Yeah. So I just type that on my command? Is there a walkthrough for this? See if I can find a good walkthrough here. Let's go here. Man, I don't want to watch a YouTube video. Let's go here. Bro. I'm being extra lazy right now because I really want to get off the stream, but I don't want to not finish it. So I'm just going to give this entire blog post to ChatGPT. Hopefully it just... No, that was a blog post. I have to might actually read it myself. ChatGPT might not be able to do it for me. I doubt this is gonna work. Yeah. Alright, jeez. This is probably one of my least favorite blocks I've ever done. Alright, change the password. I already did that. Shells and miniature. This is exactly what I need. So I just had to add the key length. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I wasn't doubting you, but that's all I needed to do. Wow. I mean, it'd be nice if the error output would like say that. See if that works? Question mark. What's this output supposed to look like? Now I use a certificate to auth as administrator. Oh, you know what? I didn't. Let's you just dash key size 4096. Oh my god. What's up, Casey? We're gonna stream. Thanks for stopping in. Thoughts on video games? Video games are cool, man. That's actually what I'm gonna do right after the stream. I'm gonna go play some video games, actually. For me, it's a good way to de-stress and wrap up the day. I will say though, you gotta do it in moderation, because like I used to be a hardcore gamer and like it's a huge waste of time most of the time. I had to quit playing video games for years to make a cybersecurity career, and now that I have a career going for me, then it's like, okay, like play some video games after my day job, after I make some content and I'm pretty much done for the day, then I'll play some video games. But if you don't got nothing going for you, like if you're like still trying to break in the field and stuff for cybersecurity, then it's like you gotta quit playing video games, man, or you'll never make it. It's a sacrifice that you got to make. I mean, and it's not a permanent sacrifice. Like I said, I quit playing video games for like 4 or 5 years, and then broke in the field, started making content, and once I started getting that going, I was like, all right, I'm gonna hop back on some video games nowadays. I like to play with my brother. It's a good way for me to talk to my brother. But you know, this it's really frustrating me. I really hate this box, because every box I do, I promise you, every box that I do, I could be doing the same exact commands as everybody else. It doesn't work for me. Every box, like I'm honestly, like seriously considering like just quitting Hack the Box, because the problem with Hack the Box is it's like not real world at all, and I feel like it doesn't help me like exploit things in the real world. You know what I mean? So like now that I'm in the field, like I almost feel like it's a waste of time, because I just get in here, I'm like, dude, this vulnerability like doesn't exist in the real world, or like maybe it does, but it's like so uncommon. I mean, very rarely do I get in the real world. Actually, never have I gotten in the real world. I'm like, oh, I've seen this on Hack the Box, and I'm just like adding all these exploits that I on Hack the Box, and then like they just get stored in my notes, and then I don't see it in the real world, you know. You play Diablo 1, 2, or 3? Which games are you playing now? Yeah, I actually went through recently, like a few months ago, went through a Diablo marathon. Did 2 and 3 with my brother, and I did 4 by myself, and then we did a hardcore run with each other. So yeah, I've played so much Diablo a handful of months ago. It was great. What game I'm playing now? Apex Legends. I'm pretty new to the game. I'm like brand new to the game. I've only been playing it for a couple days. My brother's like super diehard on that game, and he got me into it. I don't know if I like it yet or not. You should always run Certify 80. Well, if that's the case, then why didn't it work? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, brother? My password is not OX. Yeah, it's password. Would you like to say the private key? That seems like something I want to do. Failed to request private key. I think I need to specify the key name or the key length. What, buddy? Come here. The cat's meowing at me. Needs attention. Yeah. Requesting certificate. Hopefully this works. Oh, brother. Like, you know what I mean? This is why I hate doing hack the box, man. Because I can literally do the same exact command. I can follow it step by step from the write-ups, and like, I don't get anywhere near the same output, bro. And it's so frustrating to me. It's quite honestly making me think about like just like not doing hack the box anymore. The more I do hack the box, the more I disliked it. It was fun at first because, like, I don't know, those early boxes were made sense to me and they actually worked, I guess. I was thinking about getting the CPTS from Hack the Box, but now I'm like thinking I don't want to because like I don't even like the base platform anymore. This... Further, okay, that did not even come close to working, dude. I hope this works. Error, nothing works. You can copy and paste the command straight from the write-up, but it doesn't work for me. That's the most frustrating thing, dude. Like, what more can I do, man? Can I do this? Okay, well, let's do a different write-up, I guess. I don't know, man. Got my IP address here. Oh, okay. Let's try this. Hope that works. Saving certificate. Wrote certificate. Oh, that actually worked. Nice. And then we just need to... Then I extract the hash. I can log in with Evil 1RM. I didn't even know 1RM was open on the box. How do I extract the hash? Then I extract the hash like this and log in. Yeah, I understand how to log in with Evil 1RM, but how do you... Oh, it says got hash. I didn't get a hash. Did I get a hash? I didn't get a hash. User certificate, authenticate any request. Huh. Go figure. Another error. Rerun with SID flag. Oh boy. We can specify lookup sid.py. Let's try this. Now off with, so we'll paste this. Certify -AD. Can I off with that? Oh, I gotta give it the right IP, obviously. Please let me on the box. Let's see if that works. We got a hash. Yes. So evil WinRM -H. Grab our IP address here. Username is administrator. See if that works. Invalid hash format. Oh, maybe I gotta do, I think, the second part of the hash, if I'm not mistaken. We're in, dude. Who am I? Retro administrator. Alright, now we can do, let's see if, oh, I guess LS. Man, this is slow. Is there a root.txt here? There is. So let's do a type root.txt. Boom, root flag, got it. That was annoying. I didn't like that box. For me, that was a bit hard. I don't know. Maybe I just suck. Alright guys, that's going to be the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Till then, this is Kyser, signing off.